From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you thought that this was a limited attack, a single blast, let me tell you, think again. There was a larger terrorist plot. Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Fort blast that killed 13 people, injured scores of others, terrorized the entire nation. This was just the tip of the iceberg. What was brewing was a mega terror attack plan across the country, a level of terrorism that has never been seen before in India. This was not a Delhi plot. The plan of these terrorists, these radicalized Islamist terrorists, all of whom were Muslim, their plan was to execute serial bomb blasts across India and multiple cities across the nation. The Red Fort blast, it was only the surface. Investigators have traced the chain from Dr. Adil Rathar to his brother, Dr. Muzaffar Rathar, who was in direct touch with the Pakistani handler operating from Afghanistan. There was a meeting in Turkey. Republic sources confirmed that Dr. Muzaffar and Dr. Muzammil of the Al-Falah University had a meeting in Istanbul where instructions and funding channels were fixed. This was a major operation of certain radicalized Muslims who hate India. Digital evidence exists which shows that Dr. Muzaffar later coordinated the module from Dubai. And Afra Bibi, wife of Masood Azhar's nephew, has connections with terrorist Dr. Shaheen Saeed. This was a pan-India conspiracy. So think again, if you're watching this in your gated community high-rise, or maybe far away in a lap of privilege and luxury, wherever in India, and you think you're too privileged for radicalized Muslim terror to not hit you, let me tell you, think again. The penetration of the radicalized Islamist thinking is so deep that you never know who is a terrorist. All these people were walking around in malls and shopping centers and cinema halls till recently. So be very careful and do not pretend that you can look away. What began as a one explosion near Red Fort is only phase one of a national terror design. Every evidence trail shows that India was staring at the possibility of synchronized multi-city terrorist attacks. They were planning 6 blasts across 6 locations on December 6th, chosen deliberately to ignite communal riots on the Babri Masjid demolition anniversary. The nexus of attack vehicles, I-20 EcoSport and the Brezza have been recovered. Intel indicates 32 vehicles laden with IEDs for simultaneous strikes across India. A financial trail, 26 lakh rupees raised through Hawala channels and fake education accounts at the dangerous university called Al-Falah University. The Gujarat ATS, ladies and gentlemen, also uncovered Dr. Ahmad Mohiuddin Saeed's ricin-based terrorist plan, India's first possible biochemical plot, showing that the same Pakistani jihadi doctrine was experimented with biochemical warfare. So if you think that this is not going to affect you, that this is a concern for the Republic Media Network, for other people in India and not for you, I'm telling you, and if you're a woke, this will not spare you. Even if you're an anti-national, it will not spare you. This is the time for a nation-first movement in India, where we target each one of these anti-nationals. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a nationwide network. Recruits from Jammu and Kashmir, from Haryana, were radicalized online by handlers across the Indian border. Money moved in from Dubai, explosives from Mewat, ammonium nitrate from Faridabad, IEDs were assembled in Delhi, parallel experiments were made in Hyderabad, working on the ricin poisoning while the Red Fort module tested ammonium nitrate. Think tonight again. Are you safe? Are your children safe? Are your parents safe? Are your loved ones safe? Who is safe in this country? If this is the scale of their terrorist operations and the penetration of their terrorist thinking, look at the educated profile of terrorists, the widespread network of anti-national forces within India. How long, I ask you, can you turn a blind eye towards the nexus of Islamist sleeper cells in this country? I ask you, my countrymen, awaken today. Awaken. Do not look the other way. Islamist radicalized terrorism is upon us. If they want to talk about Ghazwa-e-Hind, we must fight them back with the philosophy of nation first. Let's debate.
2:10 p.m. This is Umar Nabi, the terror doctor, the car bomber, strolling on the streets of Delhi, hours before the blast outside Red Fort. This is the first time he's been spotted on video. The CCTV capture right outside Delhi Shazi Ilahi Mosque. The CCTV capture right outside Delhi Shazi Ilahi Mosque. Watch his body language as he leaves the mosque, looking back, looking over his shoulder. He knew even before he pulled the trigger that he would be caught.
This is the same divider that you can very clearly see in the video, in the picture. You can also see some part of the pole in the picture. This is the divider, this is the pavement, and this is the area. So you can also see the design you can corroborate the design of the mosque. We'll show you the design here. And this is also clearly visible, although the picture is a little blurred because it was magnified to corroborate whether it was Umar who was entering the mosque at a given time. And he was possibly here for at least 3 hours.
Umar Nabi took refuge in this mosque. He hid here for a significant amount of time. Whether he picked up or dropped any explosives at the Shazi Ilahi Mosque is unknown. What we know is that 4 hours and 41 minutes later, he pulled the trigger of the Hyundai i20, the car he drove across Delhi on the 10th of November. The impact of the blast, such that 3 days later, this morning, 300 meters away from the blast site and behind the Jain Mandir, a forearm was found, perched on a rooftop and collected by forensic experts. Investigators tell Republic that the radical bomber used just 40 to 50 kilograms of the ANFO or ammonium nitrate fuel oil that triggered the blast, just 1% of the total explosives in their possession, and stored around the Al-Falah campus.
अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर जितनी भी फंडिंग है अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी की फीस से उसकी फंडिंग है। अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी को कोई भी बाहर के देशों से किसी जगह से भी कोई भी फंडिंग नहीं है। अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी की फीस उसको चलाने के लिए सफिशिएंट है। अल-फलाह एक सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल यूनिवर्सिटी है।
The plot was bigger. A white Hyundai i20 exploded. A red Ford EcoSport was searched for over 24 hours. A third silver Brezza car missing was found inside the Al-Falah campus. Investigators believe these cars and many more, almost 32 of them, were to be loaded with explosives. The network is still unraveling.
देखिए ये मुत्तकीपुर क्षेत्र है। यहाँ पर जम्मू एंड कश्मीर पुलिस के द्वारा एक जगह पर सर्च किया गया। अभी बाकी जानकारी की जा रही है। डिटेल अभी थोड़ी देर में आपको रिलीज कर। ये किसी डॉक्टर का मकान है, डॉक्टर परवेज अंसारी नाम है। बाकी जानकारी हम लोग कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू।
These 5 faces of terror are just the tip of the iceberg. The doctors of terror had a larger network, a network that had targets like Ayodhya on their radar.
आज दिल्हीમાં એક આતંકવાદી ઘટનામાં કાર વિસ્ફોટમાં 9 લોકોનું મૃત્યુ થયું અને 25ની આસપાસ નાગરિકો ઘવાયા છે. જે કોઈ भी જે સ્તરે આની અંદર સંડોવાયેલા છે એ સૌને કાયદાની અદાલત સામે લઈ જઈ સૌને ઉચિત સજા થાય એના માટે ભારતના વડાપ્રધાનનો જે સંકલ્પ છે એ નિશ્ચિત રૂપે પૂરો થશે અને એક એવું ઉદાહરણ બેસવાનું છે કે જેથી ભવિષ્યમાં આવી ક્યારે આતંકવાદી ઘટના ના થાય.
Republic has learned that serial bombings were planned in December. The plan advanced after the arrest of the Faridabad module. The plan was so dangerous and the network so vast that they even had unconventional terror tactics lined up. The details of the chemical attack through the ricin poison planned in Gujarat is still unraveling.
भाई भी जिस तरीके से वो घर पर रेजिन ला करके और वो जो पल्प निकाले और उसमें एसीटोन मिलाए, तो उनको देखने से भी कोई ऐसा नहीं लग रहा था कि भाई को मालूम है, भाई को बताया गया कि ये पॉइज़न तुमको बनाना है और ला करके हमें देना है. ऐसा शायद उनको नहीं बोला गया, बस उनको ये बोला गया कि ये काम है, ये प्रोजेक्ट बनाना है आपको और आपके इतने अमाउंट आपको मिलेगा. ऐसा कुछ वो कहकर उनको अनजान इनोसेंट रखकर उनसे काम करवाया गया.
India's strike on Bahawalpur during Operation Sindoor, destroying the Jaish headquarters, has rattled the terror network and Pakistan. Their plan was and is bigger. We need to be on high alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was a very major terrorist plot. The only theme of today's discussion is this, that for all the people who do Muslim appeasement, only want the Muslim vote bank, who want to use Muslims, who without Muslim vote bank are nothing. Like without Muslim vote bank, Mamta is nothing. Without Muslim vote bank, Congress is nothing. Without Muslim vote bank, Samajwadi Party is nothing. So they will be quiet even when the country is under total and absolute attack of radicalized Muslim networks. There were going to be, Samar, 32 blasts. Rohan, 32 blasts they were planning. One happened, touch wood. We've been able to stop 31 others. But even if there would have been 32 blasts, these people, there are some people, including some people on our panel today, Rohan, who would not question the terrorists, they would question the government. They would not question the terrorists. They would look at this opportunity for political attack. The reality is, there is a nationwide network of Islamist radicalization. And I believe, Rohan, I want to start with you. Our government must stop a Jio or Jinedo approach. You know, 11 years in power, you may have become very moderate in your approach. I want to tell you, Rohan, the moderate approach nahi chalega is desh mein. Hardline approach hi chalega. Am I right, Samar? Only the hardline approach will work in this country because terrorists and their supporters only understand the hardline language. That is what is required in India. Rohan.
I completely agree with you, Arnab, and as you have rightly told, that we have saved ourselves from 31 more attacks. But now this is not the time to put band-aid. This is the time to do proper surgery. Surgery against the people who have reaped the benefit of Indian growth story and still are going against the country. And somehow or other, they are getting support from the people inside India. This is really, really not acceptable. Whether it is about politics or Congress, or they must introspect now. Do you support particular people or particular class of society on the basis of religion? Any terrorist, we rightly said that terrorism has no religion, but then that has to be put in practice by each and every Indian. This is the test of 140 crore Indians, whether Hindu, Muslim and every other religion, to expose this kind of mindset of people who have reaped benefit of this country like doctors and engineers, and they are going against our country. This is not about particular individual or a particular community. But now each and every community, including the Muslim community, will have to show that this kind of people inside their community who spoil their name of the complete community needs to be exposed and needs to be punished. So this, as Mr. Amit Shah rightly told, the time has come to give befitting reply, zero tolerance, and now the band-aid is not going to work. This fight is against the complete mindset, the radical mindset of against the people who are inside.
But somewhere, Rohan, I'm just checking. I'm not saying you have done it, but I feel sometimes that the government has also become a little soft. Samar, I'll tell you why. Because I felt, why does the government have to have an election in Kashmir? Why do you have to start loving Omar Abdullah or trusting Omar Abdullah? He's the biggest political interloper, he and his family. Why did you have to say we will pull back the army from certain regions, we will deploy the Jammu and Kashmir police? Did you not see what happened in Pahalgam? Is there a Geo or Jinedo approach that is coming inside the central government also after 11 years in power? We have to have a very hardline approach. Send more army men. Why are there CASO operations only after a terrorist incident? You don't want to go into people's homes, check what books they have, what they are reading, what they are doing in Kashmir. You see, Samar, I believe in logo mein dar rakhne ki zarurat hai. They have lost a sense of fear. I am asking tonight, viewers, BJP government, Narendra Modi is Prime Minister. Haryana mein there is a BJP government. Uttar Pradesh there is a BJP government. Gurgaon, Haryana, Faridabad, Delhi, Noida. This is all area of Yogi and BJP government at state and center. Then how is Al-Falah University becoming a center of terrorism? Why are so many Kashmiri students being brought to Delhi and across the country hoping that this will start integration? Why did Al-Falah University, why did the intelligence not check, for example, why there are so many Kashmiri doctors who have been brought into Al-Falah University? Which madrasa they go to? Which mosque they are going to? What radical preaching is going on? What is their underhand activity? After every attack, we wake up. And after 2 months, we are again sabko Geo or Jinedo wala approach. I don't think, Rohan, it was not expected from the BJP at least that you will have a Geo or Jinedo approach. Your party should have a hardline view. ये बहुत सॉफ्ट व्यू चल रहा है. अभी ये ब्लास्ट हो गया तो 1 महीने तक आप ये कैसो ऑपरेशन, सर्च एंड सीजर ये सब करेंगे. After, why haven't you gone hardline against what Mamata Banerjee is doing in Bengal? Election time ke you'll go against Mamata. But why has there been a soft approach towards the radicalization of South Bengal when she's allowing Muslim clerics to say, we will surround Bengal, we will teach the people a lesson? When Hindus are having to flee Malda, Murshidabad, why are you quiet then? You see, Rohan, where is the hardline BJP? What happened to the hardline BJP approach?
Arnab, you are completely justified and I'll definitely answer this. See, if you see what happened after Pulwama, right? The way the whole Jammu and Kashmir...
We forgot, after Pulwama we forgot. After Sindoor we forgot. After Pulwama, why did you not raid Al-Falah University? You think that if you raid Al-Falah University, you'll be seen to be anti-Muslim. If somebody,
no, absolutely no.
If somebody sees you to be anti-Muslim, it's okay.
I'm talking about, just let me complete. Now, after Pahalgam, you have seen that whole Jammu and Kashmir, they stood by the country. But it is really unfortunate that still there is a particular fraction of these people, they are against the country even after reaping all the benefits. And I have rightly said, you are absolutely correct in your thing. There is no question of any soft line. There has to be hard line. Whether PM Modi or Amit Shah ji, they have clearly told whoever has done this will be completely punished.
I am with you. I am a big supporter of the government on these issues. The whole country knows I support the hard line. Please don't forget, it was sitting with me that Narendra Modi ji said in Gandhinagar. He said, बम बंदूक और बारूद के बीच में बातचीत हो सकती है क्या? हम समर्थन करते हैं नरेंद्र मोदी जी का. मगर मैं सवाल पूछ रहा हूं कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी प्रधानमंत्री है, आपकी सरकारें सब जगह है. आपने क्यों नहीं पूछा कि अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी में कौन सी पढ़ाई होती है, कौन सी पढ़ाई होती है अल-फलाह यूनिवर्सिटी में, कौन सी डिग्री दी जाती है। हमने तो अभी तक दांत के डॉक्टर, आंख के डॉक्टर, हार्ट के डॉक्टर, हड्डियों के डॉक्टर सुने थे, देखा था, मगर आतंक फैलाने वाले डॉक्टर, ये टुकड़े टुकड़े सोच के डॉक्टर, ये कहां से आ गए? ये मोदी जी की सरकार है, इनको अंदर कीजिए। आई एम आस्किंग यू, ये अल फलाह जैसे संस्थानों के साथ कॉम्प्रोमाइज मत कीजिए।
आई कंप्लीटली एग्री।
स्टॉप द कॉम्प्रोमाइज, जस्ट इनको अटैक कीजिए, इनको बिल्कुल बंद करवा दीजिए।
Their registration has been cancelled. AIU has
नहीं, अभी कैंसल ना।
I agree with you. Arnab,
नहीं, you agree with me, 78 एकर्स, 80 एकड़ के जमीन पर 80 एकड़ में अगर इन्होंने टेररिज्म की फैक्ट्री खोल के रखी है तो इन पर अभी तक कार्रवाई क्यों नहीं हुई, पूछता है भारत। I want an attack on radicalized Islamist fundamentalism. It is going to destroy the country. Rohan, Samar, am I right?
With you. Absolutely right.
Arnab, firstly, I totally agree with what you've said. And the reason why I say that is, लोग कहते हैं इंडिया में that Muslims are deprived and suppressed, they don't get opportunities. A doctor of, being a Muslim doctor, you're earning 4 lakh rupees a month. You are financially in the cream category of India. And you are not deprived of any job. You are not deprived of any studies. You are not deprived of any merit. And this is what you return and give back to the nation.
Because they hate India.
That is the
because
thing.
they अंदर इनकी hate है.
Arnab, I want the Muslim community to please feel humiliated. Please take onus and responsibility. And start clearing this filth from within. Only then the respect of Muslims will be restored. I am a Sikh. My parents and ancestors have seen terrorism in Punjab. The only reason why Punjab was able to prosper is we denounced terrorism. The whole Punjab community, Sikhs, were for the betterment of the nation and the future generations of Punjab. And that is one of the major reasons why there has been no terrorism. It was boycotted. We prospered until Pakistan and ISI brought in drugs. And this is exactly the thing where, again, Pakistan is involved. There are talks that Turkey is funding it. Why do you need foreign funding when you have the Indian government already funding you? And to the horror and the corruption, how could you employ Dr. Nisar ul Hassan, who was already blacklisted, as a OGW?
Why they knew they were blacklisted? They knew these people were supporters of terrorism. Ladies and gentlemen, within the national capital region, supporters of terrorism who were thrown out for being terrorists were being given huge financial package opportunities in Faridabad. These people then were planning terrorist attacks. We have a BJP government. Rohan Gupta must tell me today, I have full trust in the Prime Minister and in the BJP government. Thank God you have a BJP government. If the Congress was in power by now, Samar, already Sonia Gandhi would be crying. Sonia Gandhi, Antonia the Maino would be crying for the terrorists by now. Batla House encounter ke samay, she would be crying. But I am asking tonight, how is this happening, Rohan? The nation wants to know. Because you are reacting.
I'm not. Just let me complete. Give me 30 seconds. See, that's what I started here. Country has saved itself from 31 blast. And I completely agree with you. When the government has no tolerance policy, this shouldn't have happened. But now again, that's why Modi ji and Amit Shah ji has clearly told, ab bandage nahi lagayenge, ab surgery karenge.
नहीं, अभी तक क्यों नहीं हुई सर्जरी?
Let me complete.
अभी तक सर्जरी क्यों नहीं हुई? ये बताइए.
सर्जरी हुई है. That's what I'm saying. If you see the history of this government, nobody could dare to do this kind of himakat till now. Now, even this case, that the incident which has happened, it is in the accident, he was running away, he was in fear of being caught, and that is, in this unfortunate incident has happened. The government has caught, the security forces, the police, JSK, everybody have worked together and caught this, exposed this complete nexus. But that's what I'm saying. This is the time for us. There is no there has to be zero tolerance. And whoever is against the country, across the board, 140 crore Indians will have to expose these people. And that is where the role of opposition, who have completely been silent on this, they have
No,
not even
opposition will not do anything.
Criticized it. Because they are still doing that appeasement
opposition is
politics.
useless on this.
Not even a single opposition leader has come out and criticized. आप सोचिए कल किसी के खिलाफ हुआ होता माइनॉरिटी में, ये सब आके अपनी अपीसमेंट की दुकान चलाते। मैं तो अपनी जिम्मेदारी ले रहा हूं। सरकार बोल रही है कि जीरो टॉलरेंस होगा। एक ऑपोजिशन लीडर बताइए अर्नब, जिसने बाहर आके ये कहा हो कि नहीं ये नहीं चलेगा, मुसलमान भाई बहनों को इन चीजों को एक्सपोज करना पड़ेगा। एक लीडर बताइए यहाँ पर। मैं चैलेंज के साथ कहने को तैयार हूं। जिन्होंने देश का खाया, देश के पैसों से डॉक्टर बने, सब कुछ देश का लिया, आज वो लोग अगर ये माइंडसेट करेंगे, हमको उन पे भी अब ट्रस्ट नहीं आएगा। दिस इज द मेजर प्रॉब्लम। Whom will you trust now? आप बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं ये कम्युनिटी में ये है वो है, आप सबको मिलकर दिखाना पड़ेगा कि नहीं अभी भी जो चंद 5-7-10% बचे हुए हैं उन सबको आपको ही निकाल के बाहर करना। जम्मू कश्मीर, I must tell the people in Pahalgam attack, whole Jammu Kashmir will be solidarity with the whole country. They showed that कि हमको पत्थर पसंद नहीं है, पर अभी भी चंद एलिमेंट जो ऐसे घुसे हुए हैं, जो डॉक्टर के रूप में, इंजीनियर के रूप में, हर एक पूरे देश में छाए हुए हैं। गुजरात में भी आपने देखा,
maybe the government is so focused on fighting left-wing extremism or Maoism that your focus has not been on Islamist terrorism. These are linked. You ask my friend Savio, he's got so much intelligence. Sometimes I fear he's working for an intelligence agency. He's got so much intelligence. But the fact is this, I don't know if you do, Samar, I don't know about Savio, maybe he has a double life. But anyway, as long as he's serving the country, I'm proud of him. The point is, viewers, I want you to know tonight, and I can say this with complete confidence, that our nation is under complete and direct attack. Our nation has been under attack for a long time, but somewhere in recent months and years, the people who are there, who have this Islamist ideology, believe that they have to create chaos in this country. One way of creating chaos is the Rahul Gandhi approach. That say election commission does not work, break down the institutions, make people lose faith, create chaos within, burn the streets, create anarchy. The other way, maybe parallel to the first one, I'm not saying Rahul Gandhi and these people are working together. The second way is to have mass attacks, mass bomb blasts, mass attacks and mass killings, right? At this point of time, I have a right, Savio, to question the government. I have a right to grill Rohan. I have a right to ask him questions. But cowards don't have the right. The Congress party does not have the right, because the Congress party was implicit in allowing Mirwais Omar Farooq to sit and have a picnic with Hafiz Saeed. The Congress party was therefore a spectator to the creation of a new terrorist infrastructure within the country and against the country. The Congress party said, as Shiv Shankar Menon said, we decided not acting against Pakistan was our action. A.K. Antony stood and said, not building defense infrastructure was a decision. The Congress party is the party which has compromised the country, begun Muslim appeasement, and which now says, Revant Reddy says, Congress is Muslim and Muslim is Congress. They have a single-minded agenda. If Congress was Muslim, then Rahul Gandhi should have been on the road today saying, I must start a morcha against Islamist radicalization. The biggest danger to my country are jihadis. Anti-jihadi march. How would that be, Savio? Yes. But I just want to say, Savio,
Islamic radicalism is a serious threat to India. Islamic radicalism is a serious threat to every single nation in the world. But most importantly, Islamic radicalism is a threat to good Muslims in India and around the world. Unfortunately, many Muslims keep quiet out of fear and ostracizing because of Islamic radicalism. And it is time that the Indian Muslim community stands up with this nation against Islamic radicalism. Because if they are not going to stand up, it is the Muslim community itself that will face the biggest atrocities because of Islamic radicalism in the manner in which they are indoctrinating young children. Today, when you have doctors, you have engineers, you have educated people who have become terrorists, who have opted for terrorism, it is an indoctrination happening at madrasa level. It is not happening at a university level. So therefore, the young Muslim children, boys and girls, their lives are being ruined by Islamic radicalism, and because of which they are becoming the source of hate around the world, and further atrocities and further targeting is happening to the Muslims because of a few, Islamic radicalized jihadis that indoctrinate these young children. And it's my appeal to the Indian Muslims to wake up. This country is your country as well. Do not fall prey to Islamic radicalism.
But the Congress said, the Congress says, the Congress, but the Congress has already decided to support them. Because Chidambaram says that my theory of homegrown terrorism has been proven correct. I don't know which home. Maybe Chidambaram's home? If Chidambaram knows about homegrown terrorism, which home? Not my home, Samar, not your home. People like Tausif think that they will be not targeted by the Islamist fundamentalists. But Tausif, if you think because you are a Muslim or you want to present yourself as a moderate Muslim, you will not be targeted, let me tell you, they will target moderate Muslims too. Either they will tell you, Tausif, become one of us, become an Islamist fundamentalist. I hope you don't become one. But if you remain moderate, they will target you too, so you're also not safe. But the strike, Tausif, the breaking news tonight is that the strike was going to happen across 6 locations in the national capital on the 6th of December.
And that is alarming. Yes, Arnab, I have already been targeted. The killing of the people, everyone who has lost their life was an Indian, like myself. Their loss of life is deeply saddening, and it is affecting me. It is targeting me. So
is your party leader Mamta Banerjee talking much about it? Why is Mamta Banerjee quiet? Why is Mamta Banerjee quiet?
Yes.
Why is Mamta Banerjee quiet?
No, Arnab, Mamta Banerjee has expressed.
No, she's put out a tweet, that's all.
Like Rahul Gandhi, like Arvind Kejriwal, like all other opposition leaders, everyone has spoken.
Symbolic tweet and then silence.
Everyone has condemned this attack. You see, what is alarming, Arnab, maybe you are not aware. The government of India, and especially the intelligence agencies from past 2 decades, have been consistently expressing concern about the spread of radical Wahhabi ideologies in India. Yet the government is not coming out with the Home Ministry particularly is not coming out with an elaborate report and taking action. Where is the government's action to curb those
government is being safe? Why is the government being safe? Rohan?
Target those places.
What is he talking? आप घुसपैठियों के साथ
I have a question for you, please. I want to ask you. I want to ask you out of.
Samar, 1 minute. Let Rohan reply. It's a political point, so let Rohan come in.
Where you are not allowed to build the fence to the government, to be serious. What are you talking about? आपकी government घुसपैठियों के साथ है, आप क्यों करेंगी? यही तो खतरा है. That's what I'm saying. It requires a holistic approach across all the communities, across all the parties. पर आपका appeasement politics है, वो जो देश के खिलाफ आपका खड़ा रहता है.
Home Ministry having the intelligence reports. There is a intelligence agency's reports which has expressed concern about this spread of Wahhabi radical ideologies. We must promote Sufi Islam and curb the Wahhabi ideology, the radical ideology.
Allowed to build the fence. You are against SIR. That itself is the act against the country. Standing against SIR in these days. You are talking big things. आप कर क्या रहे हैं? आप क्या गवर्नमेंट को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं? क्या आपका काम सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट को अटैक करना है? What support you are doing as a state government? You are paying your petty appeasement politics in your state. This is the basic problem.
The point is
But
also,
still we are
I must
committed.
say this,
We are
I
not
must
going
say
to
this,
leave you this time.
Tausif, right now, viewers, what can you do is a question everybody asks tonight. Aditya, you know what we can do? We can all support the government. We have to support the government, support Narendra Modi, support Amit Shah, support Doval. If there are three people who can solve this problem, it is Modi, Amit Shah and Doval. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me, everyone? Viewers, are you watching this? I say
our
tonight...
agencies.
No. And our agencies.
No.
And our
Anyone
agencies
who can solve
and our
the problem
no,
is our
no.
agencies.
Our agencies, our country. But I tell you, what has happened to Mehbooba Mufti? Whenever she gets a chance, she wants to support terrorism. From yesterday, she has been crying, Aditya. Why are ordinary people being targeted? Every time a security agency...
And the BJP formed a government with her.
1 minute.
BJP formed a government with her.
Mistake.
You tell me one party of Indi Gadbandhan who has spoken against this Arnab since yesterday.
Hand in gloves with terrorists.
एक पार्टी दिखा दीजिए आप.
बीजेपी
जिसने बोला हो एक शब्द भी निकालो.
जो बिरयानी खाने गए वो उनकी गोद में खेल रहे हैं. वो टेररिस्ट की गोद में खेल रहे हैं बीजेपी वाले. ये बीजेपी की एजेंट हैं.
आप किसकी गोद में खेल रहे हैं?
ये टेररिस्ट के एजेंट हैं.
आप तुष्टीकरण की गोद में खेल रहे हैं.
ये आप तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हैं. आप सनातन विरोधी लोग हैं. आप उसके तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हैं. बीजेपी वाले मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हैं.
बोल रहे हैं. Your CM is telling that you and Muslim are same. What are you talking about? आप कहां से बोलेंगे? आप कैसे बोल पाएंगे? बताइए उस सीएम ने जिसने कहा था कि कांग्रेस मुसलमान है, एक स्टेटमेंट तो बोले, एक स्टेटमेंट तो बोल के दिखाए. हिम्मत और नौकरी चली जाएगी रेवंत रेड्डी की. अगर रेवंत रेड्डी ने एक शब्द बोल दिया, नौकरी चली जाएगी.
पूरे दिल्ली में टेररिस्ट की गाड़ी घूमती रही. ये लोग इंटरसेप्ट नहीं कर पाए. 6 साल हो गया. पुलवामा के अंदर आरडीएक्स कहां से आए पता नहीं चला पाए. ये टेररिस्ट के हैंड इन ग्लव्स हैं. इनके पोर्ट से आती हैं आरडीएक्स. इनके पोर्ट से आती हैं आरडीएक्स. ये विस्फोट कराते हैं. ये हैंड इन ग्लव्स है टेररिस्ट के. इनके हाथ में हम सेफ नहीं है. दिस गवर्नमेंट इज इनकॉम्पिटेंट. दिस गवर्नमेंट शुड बी चेंज. Incompetent government. Hand in gloves with terrorists.
एजेंसी को सवाल उठा रहे हैं. शर्म आनी चाहिए आपको. Being a national party, you should be ashamed now. You have crossed all the limits of appeasement.
अच्छा चलिए.
आपके सीएम मुस्लिम बोल रहे तो माफी मांगी आज. वही कम्युनिटी से कई लोगों ने ये किया. माफी मांगी देश से. If Congress is Muslim and if you feel that something is wrong, माफी मांगिए आप लोग. अब माफी मांग के दिखाइए उनके बेहद पे. जब आप वोट मांगते हैं जुबिली हिल्स में, आप ये कहते हैं कि
क्यों नहीं तोड़ रहे हैं? टेररिस्ट अटैक हो गया ना दिल्ली में.
आप माफी मांगिए देश के सामने.
दिल्ली में टेररिस्ट अटैक हो गया. क्यों नहीं पाकिस्तान पे अटैक कर रहे हैं? वो भूटान गए हुए हैं घूमने. बड़े साहब, छोटे साहब पटना में मीटिंग कर रहे हैं.
राहुल गांधी मस्कट में क्यों है? राहुल गांधी आजकल इतना मस्कट क्यों जाते हैं? राहुल गांधी हमेशा मिडिल ईस्ट में क्या करते हैं?
ये भूटान करने
Samar, is it a valid question? Why is Rahul Gandhi so often in Muscat in the Middle East?
It is a valid question, and Arnab, since the Chinese have been unable to fund the Congress, since the Chinese have been failed to fund the Congress now, the funding is coming through different Hawala companies which are established in the Gulf. और पैसे कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? Why is it that he used to go to Indonesia and keep his security profile away?
Akhil,
why the secrecy?
लोग हैं. ये इनकॉम्पिटेंट लोग हैं. ये टेररिस्ट से मिले हुए हैं. बीजेपी वाले टेररिस्ट से मिले हुए हैं.
This cannot be. I mean, this is your claim. This is your claim. This is your claim, Samar. That I won't go deeper into that. But Aditya, why is there a fear? Why is there a feeling that Mehbooba Mufti is in league with the Jamaat-e-Islami? Can you tell us what the link between Mehbooba Mufti and the Jamaat-e-Islami is? Aditya, what is the link between Mehbooba Mufti and the Jamaat-e-Islami? Because I am beginning to suspect something. I am beginning to suspect something very dangerous about Mehbooba Mufti. What is her real network? Can you tell us who is behind her? What is the link between her and the Jamaat-e-Islami? She almost seems like their spokesperson, no?
I don't know from... first of all, good evening, Arnab, and finally I get time to speak under so much of chaos. See, first of all, I don't know from where this presumption comes in. See,
which presumption?
As far as this whole, let me put forth. See, as far as the whole tragedy that has occurred last 3 days back is basically a tragedy that has struck the nation. We are deeply saddened because it in itself realizes us and takes us back to the time when Pahalgam happened. It hurt us that time also, it is hurting us today also. Why I'm saying it is hurting us today? Because Pahalgam happened on our land because of the slackness
on
of
our
the
land.
local administration.
On our land.
Under
what do you mean happened
LG.
on our land? What do you mean? Bharat, land of Bharat.
Yeah, this is also my land. Delhi is also my land, not yours.
Yeah, did I
alone.
say it's not your land? But what I'm saying is...
It's our land, our mother.
You said Pahalgam happened on our land. What do you mean by our land? No. One minute. You need to be clear out here. Sorry, you're confused.
I'm no less an Indian than you.
Yeah.
But try to understand what I'm saying. So I'm saying that it hurts us even today when the attack has happened in Delhi. What has to be seen is that the security...
What? I mean, I don't understand what you're saying out here. 1 minute. 3,600 OGWs are targeted, are picked up. 1 minute. 3,600 OGWs were arrested. Why don't you welcome the arrest of sleeper cells?
Keep on saying that. No.
Why are you always against the arrest of OGWs?
Are we discussing the arrest of OGWs?
Why shouldn't I? I am saying hang them.
Delhi is.
I am saying hang the OGWs.
Home Ministry. So was Jammu and Kashmir when Pahalgam happened. No accountability said when Pahalgam happened. No accountability today.
But why are you a pro-terrorist, pro-OGW, pro-sleeper cell, pro-Jamaat-e-Islami? Aapka link kya hai? What is your link with them? Aditya, what is your link with OGW, sleeper cell, Jamaat-e-Islami, Hizbul Mujahideen and Pakistan?
PDP के साथ गवर्नमेंट क्यों बनाई?
One more point I want to put forth.
PDP के साथ गवर्नमेंट क्यों बनाई?
We have been hearing here that the Indian Muslims have to come up and accept the country, then only the country will progress. I would like to ask those people who have just said this thing, I want to ask them who was APJ Abdul Kalam Azad, who was Dr. Zakir Hussain, who is Sania Mirza, who was Zakir Hussain, who is A.R. Rahman, who is Shabana Azmi, who was Patodi, who is Zahir Khan. They are all Muslims, so you cannot basically target...
No, they are not OGWs. I'm not questioning them. I was not questioning them. Sania Mirza was at my Republic Summit. What are you talking about? I'm not against them. I'm talking about sleeper cells. When the army... 1 minute. Okay, Rohan, 1 minute. Aditya, 1 minute. 1 minute. When the army confirmed... I'll give you an example. You people are pro-terrorists. I'll give you an example. When the army confirmed that those killed in the 2018 Shopian encounter were OGWs, Mehbooba Mufti, your leader, the pro-terrorist Mehbooba Mufti, the pro-Pakistan Mehbooba Mufti contradicted the security forces and claimed, oh, but they are civilians, she said. My condolences to the families of the civilians. OGW pakde jate, aap civilian kehte hain? OGW civilian hai? Is an OGW a civilian?
Now I have to take the counter back also.
Arnab, let me tell everybody one thing.
Brave soldiers were gunned down in Anantnag.
Samar and Aditya.
In Poonch, civilians killed in Kathua, civilians killed in Riyasi, civilians killed in Pahalgam. Not even a question being asked by the Home Minister.
End of the day, your family is equally in danger as much as my family is. It is our collective responsibility to call out terror. And if we do not call out terror, it is you and I who will suffer. The politicians are just safeguarding.
You still want to back him? Please be my guest, back him. But nothing will change. See, this doctor is not able to cure the disease. He's not the right person. He has miserably failed.
The more we fail to call out terror, our families are going to be in danger.
Pahalgam happened when he was the Home Minister.
And Aditya, let me also tell you one thing. That in this Fidain attack, there were Muslim casualties as well. I am repeating myself.
As BJP is concerned, he may be great election manager, but he has miserably failed on all counts as far as being the Home Minister of India.
No, 1 minute. Let's go to the nub of the issue. Let's go to the nub of the issue. Rohan. Now 1 minute. Let's go to the nub of the issue. The nub of the issue, what I need to tell you is that if people are watching this tonight, you're watching this at home, tomorrow is the Bihar result. You know what will happen, Savio?
unsafe because of incompetent government. We are unsafe because of incompetent government.
Your incompetency. 70 साल से सोते रहे हो और अब ये जो जहरीले पौधे हैं,
भूटान गए हुए हैं घूमने, भूटान गए हैं।
Why is Rahul Gandhi in Muscat? आपके नेता मस्कट में क्या कर रहे हैं?
शर्म आनी चाहिए आप लोगों को।
70 लड़वा रहे हैं।
70 साल से देश को घुसवाया है।
निकम्मी सरकार।
You should be ashamed today.
सारी निकम्मी सरकार।
When your CM says that we are Muslim, you should apologize to the country today.
Competent government.
Apologize on the behalf of few radicals. Nobody is against the whole Muslim community. We are against the radicals, and as a Congress party, you have spoken something against radicals. Why you are silent against radicals? Why you are talking about Muslim community as a one? Why you are not able to speak against the radicals? Not even a single word of criticism against the radicals. आप पूरी मुसलमान कम्युनिटी को मत लेके आइए। किसी को कोई आपत्ति नहीं है। जो भी देश में मुस्लिम देश उसके साथ खड़ा हुआ है।
कांग्रेसी
जब हमारे विकेट लेते हैं मुसलमानों का पूरा देश रहता है। आप क्या सर्टिफिकेट दे रहे हैं? रेडिकल के सिर्फ आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए। आपके सीएम को आपके माफी मांगनी चाहिए जब ये बोला था कि मुसलमान कांग्रेस है। क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप लोग? पूरे देश के सामने आपकी जो तुष्टीकरण की
महबूबा मुफ्ती से गवर्नमेंट बनाने वाले
एक शब्द नहीं बोला आपने। आप पूछ रही है सवाल सरकार को, पर साथ में आपको मुस्लिम लोगों को क्रिटिसाइज करना चाहिए था, उसके खिलाफ बोलना चाहिए था। आपको नहीं करना चाहिए था। ये हकीकत है।
खाने कौन गया था पाकिस्तान?
बात कर रहे हैं आप लोग,
खाने कौन गया?
बातें कर रहे हैं।
अरे बिरयानी खाने पाकिस्तान कौन गया?
ऐसी पार्टी ने दिमाग लगा के रख दिया है।
मनमोहन सिंह तो नहीं गए।
पूरे देश को एक
इंदिरा गांधी ने तोड़ दिया था
पूरी
पाकिस्तान
सिस्टम को, और अभी भी बेसब्री से आप लोग यहाँ पे बात कर रहे हैं। ये सरकार करके दिखाएगी, पर आपकी जो देश के खिलाफ की जो फीलिंग है, जो गद्दारी है, पूरा देश आपको देख रहा है कि आप
कांग्रेसी हो, रोहन
एक्सट्रीमिस्ट उसके साथ में
कांग्रेसी हो। आप तो कांग्रेसी
होना चाहिए आपको। डूब बनना चाहिए।
जब टेररिस्ट अटैक होगी तो पाकिस्तान में अटैक तो नहीं कर रहा।
और तभी वो जो पार्टी थी आज पूरी तरह से रेडिकल हो गई है। मुसलमान कांग्रेस कभी नहीं थी। तुष्टीकरण इतना कभी नहीं किया है। आप लोग गोदी में जाके बैठ गए, आपकी वोट बैंक की राजनीति।
अरे आप कांग्रेस
शर्म आनी चाहिए आपको एज अ नेशनल पार्टी। देश में दिल में देश होना चाहिए। कोई भी धर्म हो, कोई भी जाति हो, आपको शर्म आनी चाहिए। आज आपको सवाल पूछना चाहिए था उन
बिरयानी क्यों खाने गए?
मुसलमान कम्युनिटी का नाम क्यों खराब?
बिरयानी खाने क्यों गए?
नाम खराब कर लो।
बिरयानी खाने क्यों गए?
आपकी हिम्मत बोलने की एक शब्द
बताइए। क्या करने गए हो? घर में मातम पसरा है और आप भूटान गए हो।
मुसलमान अरे
घर में मातम परसा है तो भूटान गए हो। मुस्लिम अपीसमेंट कर रहे हो आप लोग बीजेपी वाले।
देश के खिलाफ मत जाइए।
सनातन धर्म विरोधी
आपको देख रहा है, पूरा देश देख रहा है,
सनातन धर्म विरोधी
देख रहा है।
आप लोग मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हो।
मानसिकता करिए।
आप लोग मुस्लिम तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हो। आप बिरयानी का कर्ज अदा कर रहे हो। आप बिरयानी का कर्ज अदा कर रहे हो।
पुलवामा हुआ, आपका पहलगाम हुआ,
बीजेपी और टेररिस्ट मिलकर करवाया है।
जो हुआ है उसका रिएक्शन है।
इंक्वायरी क्यों नहीं कराई आपने? पुलवामा की इंक्वायरी क्यों नहीं कराई आपने? पहलगाम की इंक्वायरी क्यों नहीं कराई?
आपकी मानसिकता है। बात
क्यों नहीं कराई इंक्वायरी?
पूरे देश से माफी
इंक्वायरी क्यों नहीं कराई?
इस गद्दारी की
अफगानिस्तान और पाकिस्तान क्यों मिल गए? दुश्मन थे ना।
60 साल
अफगानिस्तान पाकिस्तान दुश्मन थे, आपस में क्यों मिल गए?
चाट के रखा।
सारे विश्व में अकेला कर दिया है विश्व ने।
हिंदू मरते हैं उसके
सारे विश्व में हमको अकेला
तुष्टीकरण। मुसलमानों के लिए तेलंगाना
भूटान जाके मिठाई खा रहे हैं।
रिजर्वेशन का राइट देने के लिए तुष्टीकरण।
Ladies and gentlemen, while the political debate goes on, Rohan and Akhil, while the political debate goes on, Savio, is a real danger. The terrorists have moved money from Dubai. They have moved money, they have moved explosives, they have moved ammonium nitrate, they have made certain mosques into centers, certain madrasas into centers, and universities into centers of the terrorist infrastructure. They have carried out parallel networks, experiments at poisoning, bomb blasts, and they have launched their women's wing. Therefore, we are not safe. There is a genuine danger today, Savio. Someone like you can explain it best. We only know about one person and one blast. But you know, people are so concerned today. When there was a sound of a tire explosion somewhere near Radisson Hotel in Mahipalpur today, a lady, she called the police, and for a few moments there was news that has something happened. So somewhere there is a sense of concern, of fear. This is not a time only to be doing political debates. I say this is a time for us to realize urban terrorism is coming back in this country.
निकम्मी सरकार है।
Urban terrorism is coming back in this country through the Islamist network.
Let's be brutally honest, Arnab. India is under threat from terrorism. We are under threat and we must be very alert, very careful. I have repeatedly stated that the enemies of India want to create fear and mayhem in India, and terrorism is one of the tools that they will use, and Islamic radicalism is something that has been used time and again to spread terrorism, fear and distraught amongst the people in the Muslim community. And therefore, while people might talk that terrorism has no religion, unfortunately, most terrorists from all around the world happen to be Muslims. And that's sad, because Islamic radicalism is destroying these young boys and girls. And India is facing a terror threat because of rapid Islamic radicalism. And it is up to the Muslim community, the good Muslims, to please keep a check on Islamic radicalism. Because if you're going to remain quiet, you would be the next victim of a bomb blast. And some people have become in bomb blasts before. So please realize the danger of Islamic radicalism to our country. It's not about politics. It's not about BJP. It's not about Congress. It's about India. It's about Bharat. And here, whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, we all have to fight terrorism together. That's what we need to understand.
I hope, Tausif, you wake up. I hope you realize people like you. You're probably thinking, I'm going to present myself as a moderate Muslim. It will help. It won't, because Pakistan's intelligence apparatus and the radicals have historically chosen targets not for tactical damage, but for symbolism. The Red Fort, Mumbai's Taj Hotel, CST during 26/11, all represent India's sovereignty, civilizational pride.
Minister, our Home Minister is barely in his office.
Our Home Minister is in a meeting this moment.
He's mostly busy
There's
in
a
election
breaking news
campaigning.
update I have that the Home Minister is in a meeting.
Busy in managing elections in Bihar.
Why are you not addressing
The Home Minister is not meeting with Ajit Doval to discuss elections.
Why can't
These Muslim kids are an asset to us. When they become
Home
doctors,
Minister does not have time.
Bureaucrats.
He's acting like a de facto BJP president. Home Minister is acting like a de facto BJP president. You do not have a BJP president. All action,
you will keep
all
renting.
decision is taken
You
by
will keep renting.
Home Minister
You
office.
will realize.
Yeah,
Who comes to Bengal, who goes to Bihar to finalize the candidates for the election. It is the Home Minister who
I
has
have
a
Muslim
final word
friends.
on the
I
candidates,
have Muslim
on the
family and
campaigning,
friends. Okay,
on choosing
I
the
have
election
them
dates.
as very close to me. They are fearing to speak out. Why? Because they are successful. They're doing well. They're thriving. But the people and the community who are brainwashing these Muslim kids, you are disintegrating the Muslim community. And I appeal to the Muslims of India to nab these people who are brainwashing.
For a while, we'll be distracted from this news agenda.
Putting the gun in their hands.
For a while, in conclusion, I'd say we'll be
from their collars and give them to the cops.
Yeah, only for a while.
We have to save each other's lives. It is the matter of our nation. And it is time we wake up.
Well, I think we keep talking about what the government can do. We as citizens need to realize that the monument from where India's Prime Minister hoists the tricolour has been attacked. You want to keep fooling yourself, you can keep fooling yourself. Proxy group, non-proxy group, all this is absolute rubbish. 78 acres of the Al Falah University near the national capital becomes a center for terrorism. The scale this time is very, very large. We have forensic proof. Do you know, viewers, what 2,900 kilograms of ammonium nitrate can do? Along with imported communication gear? My friend Samar knows. My friend Samar knows. When is the government's hard response coming? I am going to ask that question. I have a right. Congress doesn't have a right. But if there is terrorism on a huge scale, Rohan, We need a citizens' movement on a huge scale as a counter response as well. Draw us in. Bring in the citizenry. You can't do it alone. Rohan, let me tell you, government can't do it alone. You make the people of this country your agents. We'll all fight together with you. There are groups which want to make India into an Islamic state. It never will be. But you need to be more direct in your approach. I would like to see the hardline BJP, Rohan, not the moderate BJP.
Agree with you.
We don't want the BJP to be a moderate party.
Time to be proactive now.
BJP,
enough of being on the defensive.
Enough of being moderate and
one more thing,
politically correct.
Where I feel you are absolutely right is today it is a time, you have rightly told, 140 करोड़ देश की जनता हिंदू हो मुसलमान हो और जो अच्छे मुस्लिम है जो देश के लिए मर मिटना चाहते हैं देश की भावना है उनको भी साथ में आके ये जो दाग बचा हुआ है इसको हटाने में सरकार के साथ में
जो आएंगे आएंगे जो नहीं आएंगे don't bother too much about it, don't be politically correct. This is a huge industrial scale terrorism. Nobody is safe. Delhi is not safe, Kolkata is not safe, Lucknow is not safe, Guwahati is not safe,
I am worried
Mumbai
about
is not
the
safe.
generation of India.
Yeah, we are worried. We need to get our country and its demography right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be distracted from the news agenda for a while. I want to tell you that with great pride, we will be live both on Hindi and English tomorrow. 6 a.m. onwards, we start our coverage. 7 a.m. onwards, I will be on. And I'll be on and on and on till the results are out. One last thing I want to say tonight. It has become a big problem in our country that some news networks, they declare the results by 9 o'clock. By 8:30, they put out half the leads. Let me tell you, it is not statistically, humanly, mechanically, or in any way possible. To put out early numbers becomes a craze among news channels. And in previous examples, like in Haryana, all these news channels got it wrong. So what will Republic do? We're going to go slow and steady, but we're going to get it right. So slow and steady wins the race. We're going to get it right. And we'd love to bring the results with you. 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whenever you want to join. We'll have the results clear by 10:30. We're not going to put out fake numbers. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.